love watching the thunderstorms at night this time of year. So peaceful. It's kind of hard to see, guys, because this glass in my garage, it's like a tempered kind of glass you can't really see through. But this gecko, they live in this window because I have it like cocked open all the time, and there's a screen there, so a lot of bugs get in and go up in there. So I always have geckos living in my window here. But this gecko, I just noticed, has eggs in its belly. When it comes back out, I'll show you. Those are eggs in its belly right there. Those two circles. Those are babies. Isn't that nuts? You can see the eggs through the skin. Hey, what's up, guys? Rich at Rivera Urban Homestead. It is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm redoing my intro to this video. I started at 8:30 this morning, did an intro to what we were going to do this weekend, but as I started working on one of these projects, I decided that it's a video in itself. So now it's 3 o'clock and I'm making the new intro for what we've already done all day. But anyway, today's video is on the backyard chicken run area, focusing on the enclosed run, not their backyard area. I have been doing composting inside the chicken run for about 8 months now. I've been adding grass clippings, food scraps, bales of straw, and they break it down naturally. They poop in there, they dig it up, they eat what they want, and it just composts naturally in that run. So it's been 8 months, and we are going to collect what we've gotten from it. So let's see how much chicken compost I got out of my backyard chicken compost system after 8 months. Let's take a look. But before we take a look, let's go back to 8:30 in the morning and let's go through the day of what I had to do to get ready to get all the compost out of that run. And then at the end, I'll show you how I restart the compost going once I clean it all out. So let's go back to 8:30 this morning. See you after. Alright guys, it's June 29th. It is about 8:30 in the morning, and we're at Rivera's Urban Homestead. Let's get this weekend adventure started. Today, we're going to start working on our compost piles. So what we're doing is we're just going to combine all of our compost piles into one big one, really get that thing cooking hot for this summer, and by spring, or I'm sorry, by fall, hopefully we have the raised beds made, and we're going to start implementing that compost into the beds to really jumpstart our new garden setup. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Hello ladies. May I enter? Watch out. Oh, y'all don't like to move much, do you? Okay, so all of this in here, we're taking all this pile out, and this is a lot. I mean, look at the depth of this stuff. It goes down deep. So we're gonna get all this stuff out, get it into the compost pile. We'll be right back, girls. And Molly loves chasing around the lizards and this kind of stuff, so there's a lizard right there. It went out the back door. You missed it. And this is where we're going to put it, obviously, over here by the original composting station, which is back over here on the side of the house. Oh, I got a nice breeze coming through here. It's wonderful. Okay, so this is where we're going to be composting more. We're going to rip up all this stuff, and it's all nitrogen source, so we're going to put it right back in the compost, but we're going to clear it all out. As you can see, I cleared out this whole section the other day, remember, because I had to get my AC running again. So that's already all cleaned out. We're going to go through in here in this pile. Look, there's real thick like tomato plants and stuff. Again, we're going to take out the thicker stuff and we're going to just put that in its own pile. So that's our first step, getting this area into a big compost pile. So let's do a before look. not really much to see. This is all the vines I just ripped out. So underneath it, there's a lot of woodsy stuff from the tomato plants I got to get out also. I may add another piece of pallet a little bit further. That way we have a bigger area for our compost pile. So let's get started with the composting. First thing I'm going to do, clean up this area and get it ready for the compost. What's up, buddy? Say hi.
Hi.
You coming to help me work or no?
Let's look at this. I'll come out and work. I don't want a shirt on. I want some fresh air.
Yeah.
It feels nice though when you don't have a shirt on.
Come over here to the side of the house. It has a nice breeze blowing.
Ew!
It's just rainwater from yesterday.
Well, the rainwater is gross.
No, it isn't. It's good. Okay, so the first thing we got to do, Bub, is look, we're going to clean out this area here. And we're going to make our compost pile over here. Look, over here, okay?
Okay.
So what we got to do is we got to take these and just break them off.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them off. Yeah, I got some.
Yeah.
More.
Put them maybe right here in a little pile.
Where can I put my car? I'll put it right here. Fun grab it too. I with two hands is a lot easier.
Yeah.
And then I got this one. Maybe when the turtle.
Alright, as I'm cleaning and uprooting some stuff and moving the compost pile that existed already around, what'd you find, Bubba?
A giant beetle right there. And the other one went in the ground.
Where? Point it to the camera. Right there. Okay.
And look at that.
There's one. Well, I can't with your hand in the way. There's a lot of little roly-polies and stuff crawling around in here, huh?
Yep. And there's a lot of these.
Those are like the roly-polies, huh?
Yep, there's a lot of roly-polies.
What is it?
There's a lot of roly-polies and creepy crawlies, beetles,
Roly-polies and creepy crawlies.
and beetles.
And beetles.
And if we get all this out, there might be more.
Now you know all them bugs that are in the compost pile are very beneficial, right? Because they eat the compost and then they poop it out, they grind it out, and they make more compost. So we like having a little bit of bug activity in there. That's no problem. And then the microorganisms that you don't even see that start working it, Bubba, pretty soon all this will be broke down and it'll be in our garden to grow us more food. Right? Now, what I'm going to do, I have another piece of pallet. I am going to extend this because when I get the compost run stuff in here, that's not enough room. I'm going to need a bigger area. So let me go grab a pallet and add it to the compost bin. Bubba, I'll be right back. You going to stay here and look at bugs?
Okay.
You and Molly?
Yep. I really like these.
You like looking at them? All right, cool. I'll be right back. Look who just walked in the side of the house and surprised me.
Hello. Hi, Bubba.
Straight from flight school.
How are you?
How are you home? You just took the weekend off?
No, I have 2 days off, so I got here last night. And then I wanted to come when everybody was awake, so.
Nice. Well, I don't think Mom's awake yet, but
Yeah,
we're
she's
out
not.
here plugging along. Okay, so not really a big deal, guys, but I did add the extra piece of pallet and some wire fencing at the bottom just to kind of keep in some of the bigger particles of the compost. And now we have this area here where we can continue to pile. See, I was just stuck in that corner. I'm going to kind of add some of the chicken run stuff, add some of that. We're going to mix it all together, water it in as we're loading it up, and that's going to be a nice area for the compost pile. So what that does, extending this compost pile out to here, that makes me have to clean up this fence area, because I need a nice straight through from the garden all the way through with the wheelbarrow and anything else. So all this needs to be cleaned up. Where did you come from, Bush? I tell you what. Oh, I hear a chicken talking to me from next door. What y'all saying over there? Their chickens are looking nice. They're getting their fresh eggs now also. That's awesome. Okay, so I need the wheelbarrow, but right now I have a bunch of peat moss in it. So we're gonna dig that out. We'll put it into that green Rubbermaid over there for now. That way we have access to the wheelbarrow so we can go to the chicken run and start getting all that yummy compost out of there. I'm always getting into wasps. To make life a little easier. I need to find a board to put there so I can get up past it with the wheelbarrow loaded down. Let's see if my ramp works. Alright, that ramp worked, but then the front tire got caught right here. Front tire got caught right in here. When I went to lift it up and move it, I broke my zip ties off again, so we're going to have to re-secure it once we get this emptied. Okay, so this bush right here, those branches, they come off real easy. I'm going to take them all off, lay them down at the base of the compost area, and then put the compost on top of it. It'd be like a little natural floor. Okay guys, so not only did my zip ties break earlier, so my whole damn wheelbarrow is off of the arms, now it tipped over and bent this metal piece. Ugh, my wheelbarrow's falling apart. So I'm gonna try and scoop out the rest of the compost, get it over in that pile, and fix the wheelbarrow again, hopefully with more zip ties so I can get back to work. One thing guys, when I'm building a compost pile, I normally would be wetting it as I go. But we got a ton of rain last night, so everything's already a little moist, and we're supposed to be getting more rain later on. So we're just gonna pile it up, and then the rain will come in and water it for us. So let's get this excuse my language, let's get this broken wheelbarrow unloaded so we can fix it. More zip ties. These things are awesome though. They come in very handy around here. Let's try and get another load of compost. Alright, this is the third wheelbarrow full, and I tell you what guys, I still got a lot more in that chicken run. This might be the last one I do today, because I hurt my back a couple days ago, maybe last weekend, and it's starting to get a little sore from all this shoveling, so I might take a break after unloading this wheelbarrow full. Alright, so I lied. Number 4 coming at you. Alright, let's go take a look at the final pile. So what do you think? That's a pretty big pile, guys, just out of the compost run. That's going to make a good start to the new garden beds. That's 5 wheelbarrows full that I got out of the compost, out of the chicken run. And I could probably take another 1 or 2 more wheelbarrows out, but I'm going to leave some in there just to keep that working microorganism system in place so I can start adding new stuff to the run and start all over. But that is a great compost pile. Okay, so that's how much compost you can accumulate in 8 months in your little backyard composting system with the chicken run. Alright, let's go in the chicken run now and see how it's looking. Definitely has gone down some, but I tell you, I still have enough. Like I said, I could get another wheelbarrow or 2 out of here, but I'm not going to. We're going to keep it like this. We got a lot out. Okay, so first step I do to start the new compost going in the chicken run is I will clean out the chicken coop. Get all this straw out of here. Oh, there's an egg over there. Get all this straw out. It has a bunch of poop from when they roost and stuff. We're going to lay that down first, and then we'll add some new straw as well. Okay, so I already went to the feed store and got a bale of straw. So there's the bale of straw. We'll add that to the chicken coop once we clean it out, and the chicken run. And also, probably tomorrow, because here come the dark storm clouds already, and I'm kind of tired all day of working. Also, the beautiful grass. It's nice and thick. I've been letting it grow for about 2.5 weeks. Now that it's rainy season, it really grows good. So we're going to bag all this up and throw that into the chicken run as well. So a new bale of straw, about 4 probably bags of grass clippings when I cut it tomorrow, all into the chicken run, and it'll just start the process over again. Okay, so now the coop is all nice and cleaned out. I'm going to just add nice fresh straw in here, nice and thick. After I took out all the stuff from the house or from the coop, I don't really need to add any straw out here right now. That's a lot. So we're good to go here. Let me just add some to the coop. Alright, so now they got some nice new straw in here. I rip all this stuff up, but in the backside, they really liked the solid bale. That's how I did it last time. And they literally like dig in and make their own nests and stuff out of that one bale just squeezed in there in between the walls. So smells great in there. Nice new straw, no scent. You do this deep litter method and you will not have smell like you do if you don't do it. Tomorrow we'll mow and put all them grass clippings in here, and that's it. The system starts over. All in your backyard, guys. And I only have 3 chickens right now. You know, I've had up to 5. That's normally the max I keep. This run right here is I think 7 foot wide by 11 foot long. So that's the size I'm using to compost, and I got, like I said, 5 wheelbarrows out of it. And they love when they get new straw. They love it. They'll be in here going nuts. Alright guys, so that's a wrap for today, man. If you have chickens and you have a garden and you're not composting in your chicken run, you're missing out on some opportunity to make some great homemade compost for your system. I compost in the chicken run. I compost it on the side of the house when I clean it out. Once it's all ready, it goes into the garden. It feeds me, it feeds my family, it feeds the chickens, and the cycle continues. All my grass clippings off my lawn. I don't put any kind of pesticides or nothing on my lawn, so all my grass clippings go out to the compost pile. I buy a bale of straw, basically. That's all I really have to buy extra to add into the composting system. So it's a very great way to do it. The chickens enjoy it. I mean, it just works. You saw what I had out there. 5 wheelbarrows full. Beautiful compost pile now we got going on. And when we get them beds going and that goes in there, we better be growing some good stuff, man, I tell you what. So anyway, that's going to be the video for today. I might do another video tomorrow because I had other stuff I was going to do, but I just got sidetracked with this compost, and I was so impressed on how big the pile was getting that I was like, I got to tell people to get into their chicken runs and get that thing composting, get it working for you, for your house, for your garden. So there you go. We might see you again tomorrow on another video. But for now, I'm going to drink some beer, get ready to watch these storms come in and relax. I already took a shower because it was a sweaty hot day today, guys. But you got to do some work, right, to get some reward. So there you go. Y'all have a good one. We'll talk to you on the next one. Time to relax.